Still gonna work hard in Saturday morning willpower, everyone, but we have a little bit of a mental exercise this morning. So grab a paper and a colored pencil, or just take it in, and you can do this on your own later as well. Little different start than normal. We're gonna start on our back. So if you're coming in late and just hearing that, grab a paper and a colored pencil, or just take it in, and you can do this activity later today. We're going to do a live willpower wellness wheel half hour. We have not done this before, and it's going to be extra special because when our mind and our bodies are working together, when we're moving our body, our mind activates even more, and we can dig into some deeper spots. So right now, we're just going to warm up the feet by reversing gravity. Just take those feet up above your heart. If you've got a wall near you, you can place them up against the wall. And we have a pretty quick warm up. I just want you to roll the ankles here, point and flex. So at VFit, hopefully most of you, and if you're not today, this will familiarize you with our wellness wheel. This is something that I just live by now. Like when I'm feeling out of whack, I mentally go to this wellness wheel. I also have it on my weekly dashboard that I fill out. And we're just checking in, no judgment. In fact, the more honest you are with yourself, the better it's going to be. We're going to check in on 8 areas. Usually there's 7. Today there's going to be 8 areas, key areas of health. So from here, I want you to curl, come on up to all fours, grab your paper and pencil. And we're going to stretch our feet while we do this. We're going to multitask because we're VFitters. You don't have your paper and pencil. So I want everybody to draw, I've never led an art class, to draw a big circle. You can do that, right? And as you're doing that, can you also kind of pedal out your toes? So you're drawing a circle and pedaling out your toes. All right, now hold it here. Hold it in this angry toe pose. Now in your circle, I want you to draw a cross. So it becomes 4 quadrants. And then I want you to draw a diagonal cross. So it becomes 8 quadrants. And it's, look at that. You would think my kids did that, but that is my work right there. That's all your job right now. Draw this circle. Doesn't need to be perfect. The less perfect, the better. And again, the mind is as important as the body to work. And then we're going to go ahead and let the tops of the feet come down. And if you want to put a number on the top of each quadrant, 1 through 8, however you want to label it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, from here, curl it up, walk it in, roll yourselves up. So far you've drawn a circle, you've divided it into 8 pieces of pizza or pie, and you've labeled each square 1 through 8. Your work for right now is complete. All right, this is good stuff. I had this like vision yesterday. I'm like, I got to do my wellness wheel. I want to do this with everyone. All right, so we've got 8 parts to class today. There's 8 quadrants in our wheel. Normally there's 7. The true willpower wellness wheel has 7 pieces. Today I added an 8th that I feel is very important, especially right now. So the first 3 minutes, each 3 minutes, we're going to talk about a different pillar. And then at the end of that 3 minutes, you're going to get 10 seconds to color that quadrant in, depending how you're feeling in that area. And be honest, I'm telling you, the goal is at the end, you have this visual of this wheel, and you are going to be able to tell where you're going to need to focus your energy mentally and physically. This is a life changer. I do this all the time, especially when I'm feeling out of whack. And it's very eye-opening. As we change seasons, it's really important. So the first one, we've got squats to start with. All right, I want you to squat, start to lunge. Squat, lunge. So our first round is squats. Your first pillar goes well with squats. And Maria yesterday, if you didn't catch the Wellness Cafe replay, she did a fantastic job breaking down the squat. A lot of the squat is also in our upper body, in our back and everything. So your first pillar, quadrant number 1, not quad, what would 8 be? My smart science or geometry octagon. Okay, your first of 8 is exercise. That's a very important pillar of life, right? Exercise. 2 more. We've got to stay physically active. Our body houses our spirit, our soul, our brain, our heart, our lungs. Okay, take that right foot up. Take it to the right. Bring it up. So if you're taking a little survey of your life right now, and there's no judgment, nobody needs to see this if you don't want to share. How is your exercise routine right now? In all honesty, mine is fantastic. I actually feel really good right now. My zone's motivating me. I'm getting outside a lot. I'm taking classes. I'm teaching classes. That's not always the case. That's why we check into this all the time, at least monthly. Are you having fun with your exercise? Is it motivating you? You might be working out a ton, but are you liking it? Are you pushing yourself? Are you doing all the forms that you need? Stretching, strength, cardio, mobility. Okay, take this left leg in. So we're gonna take a peek. You got about 30 more seconds. How are you feeling right now physically? Are you making exercise a priority? Because seasons are shifting. Loving it. Look at the my zones. We got Alex, Arlene, Mary, Lizzie. Look at me, I'm almost in the red. I'm all excited. Sarah, Jeannie. 10 more seconds and you're gonna get to fill out that 2. Nice, Nisi. 1. Now, if you're not doing this exercise with us right now, step touch. Everybody else, you have 10 seconds. Where my pen at? To fill in. And what you're doing is, if you fill it all the way to the top, you're full. And then just like a gas tank, all the way down to empty. So step touch, if you're not filling that in, you can always do this later. It's a very powerful exercise. All right, next exercise. So quadrant 1, perfect. All right, I have a little prize at the end for those of you that do this. All right, right foot comes in. Ground yourself. We're moving on to pillar number 2. Hydration, water. All right, step forward into that lunge on the right side. Next 3 minutes, step, sharpen it up here. I always like to bring a little, Saturdays are special. This is the only time we have willpower now on the schedule. So it comes with some extra motivation, inspiration. This is the format that started my love of fitness. So hydration, you hear it, right? Your body's 70% water. It is important. And we find when we do the resets, people, this is a very tough pillar for a lot of people. Are you drinking at least half your body weight in water? And then we got to drink more if we exercise. If it's hot, humid, 2 more. 1 more. Okay, hold this one out. And your body, I like to get real with everyone. There's not an exact number, right? We're all built a little differently, depending also on caffeine, sleep. So, gonna get a little real. You can tell if you're properly hydrated by the color and the temperature of your pee. If it's super hot, if it's super yellow, or you're probably not properly hydrated. Now, you can also tell by your skin, right? If it bounces back quickly, if you go like that and it goes back to normal, probably have good hydration in your skin. So water, so good. A lot of times we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. It's always the first thing to focus on if you're trying to dial in your nutrition is your water. Hold it down. I'll see if Weston can help you. Hold it down, pulse, pulse. So no judgment. And water, if you like bubble water, if you like to add fruit, essential oils help you absorb water. Water. If you live in the mountains, I don't know. I'm like, I drink so much water. I'd say out of all of these pillars, for me, water is the one that no matter what I seem to have dialed in. Believe me, I lack in other ones. We'll get there. All right, turn the left knee forward. Lunge lift. So It's summertime. Don't take summer away from you, team. It's summer for another month plus. Are you drinking enough water? Yes, what a full house. Deanna's here, Bridget, Lisa Berg, Gianna looks good, Lisa, Krista, Diane, Jen, Lisa, everyone's in the house. Alex looking good. Nice, Arlene. Valerie's here, Sarah, Katie, Junie, Val, hi, Ann, Nana. 2, 1. Okay, step touch. If you're not doing this, I know, no judgment, you can do it later. If not, go color in your water wheel. How are you doing with water? Right? We can't work on what we don't recognize as needing work. So we got to be real with ourselves. All right. Now we will hit my weakest pillar, and some of you will relate constantly, every single time. All right, left leg comes in. We're gonna step forward, bring it back in. So now we're just taking it to the other side. Class is gonna fly by today. So, mama 3, run a business, married, life. My weakest pillar by far, but it's good to recognize, is me time. Yes, your self-care is a pillar, but that's where they cross lines. Like your exercise can absolutely be your me time. Like I said, getting outside for me, going on a walk on Mom Hill. Painting my toes yesterday took 5 minutes. What are those little things? Are you filling up your solo tank? Because we all need some of that time to just be quiet in our minds, in our bodies. So how is your me time looking right now? How is your, 2 more. Woo, 1 more. Okay, hold this one out, down and up. And for a lot of you, which I love, your VFit is your me time. What a great way to fill that bucket. And it doesn't mean you always have to be in complete solitude. It just means you're doing something that really is for you, that fills you up so you can give a little more. So you have that little extra patience, or that little extra energy. 2, hold it down, pulse. Belly buttons in. Nice, Mary. Yes, Jeannie, good, looking awesome. Nisi, there you go. Arlene, Tiffany, how we doing? Andrea, Kelly, gorgeous. Lizzie, Michelle. 2, 1. Okay, turn the right knee. Lunge lift. Lunge lift. This is pillar 3, me time. And the more you do an exercise like this, and this is an exercise, the more, when you're feeling off kilter, 2 things. This is really important. When you're feeling off kilter, you go back to this wheel and you find out why. But just as important, and I think a lot of people actually miss this part, when you're feeling awesome, you got to recognize, what are you doing that's making you feel that way? That's important. Like, yes, I'm dialing in my exercise more. I'm drinking water. All right, fill in number 3. Mine's actually not empty for once. All right, number 3, me time. Those of you that have done resets, you know these pillars good. Okay, turn the right foot out. We're gonna curtsy, lift on this left leg. Next pillar. See, each pillar comes with a new set of moves. Carefully crafted. I was actually so excited of the class today. Looking good, Krista. All right, this one, hopefully everyone, although in Texas, this one's actually probably a little bit harder in the summer. Outside time. How is your outside time? Right? You can maybe combine your exercise with your outside time, your me time, or I think we've talked about this, Lisa M. I just enjoy to be outside. It's really for my soul and just the fresh air. You tend to unplug from technology more outside. So it could be to sit and listen to the birds. Look out, oh my gosh, I'm noticing some of the leaves are starting to change on the trees already. Okay, take it over to the side. Pick it up. I love Bridget once gave the tip to check on a a certain area every day, maybe the animal or the bushes, the flowers. If you look around, we're reminded that the seasons are always changing. So take a second, get outside, clear your head. And then also vitamin D, which we don't get all year long as strong as we need it, most of us. Vitamin D, crucial for our health. One of the vitamins most people are deficient in. So lots of reasons to get outside. In the winter, this one's harder for me. So I have to give myself little tasks like bringing in wood or shoveling snow. 3, as Maria would say, there is no bad weather. There's only bad clothing. 2, 1, now we're gonna curtsy, side lunge. So, gotta check in. Nothing like getting outside. How's that going for everyone right now? Down, side. Having a pet helps with that one, right? So if you really hate to go outside, maybe get a dog. That's on. There we go. Curtsy, side lunge. And think about in the world we live in today, you don't have to go outside. It's kind of sad. You can get everything delivered to you. You can drive through. You can pick up your groceries. They'll bring it to you. I mean, we live in a world where we do need to make an effort to get outside. 2, 1. Okay. Outside time. Check in. Check in. We're halfway. Woo, rocking and rolling, team. All right. Next one. Same thing, other side. We're gonna curtsy the right leg, lift, curtsy, lift. Nice, Lenny. Down. Yes, my legs are feeling a lot of cardio and bar from the week. Looking great, Nisi. Next one, sleep. Don't say I'll sleep when I die. That's a terrible thing. You will live a lot longer if you sleep now. Sleep. Now I'll tell you, we all know sometimes this one's out of our control. Hormones, kids, fire alarms going off in the middle of the night. That happened here. The town ones, that sirens. But when I say sleep, recognize that. Even if it's out of your control, you've got to recognize that. And then see, can I do little things to go to bed earlier, unplug, right? We're on the screens, that gets us wired. Can I shut off the email at a certain time? Can I make a ritual for myself? You can make a bedtime for yourself. Here we go, take it to the side. And here's the bottom line. When we're not sleeping well, we affect every system in our body. Our hormones get out of whack. You know your mood gets out of whack. Your cravings, like sleep affects every single system in our body. And I meant to tell the retreat people, I know that the activities start at 6 a.m., but you're allowed to sleep in. It's just for whoever wants to get up. I know Betsy's like, I'm not getting up at 6. It's just on there because there are some early risers. I do like to beat the sun up when I can, but I go to bed at like 9. 2, 1 more, team. 1. Now we curtsy. Side lunge, one of my favorite combos. Nice, curtsy, side lunge, curtsy, side lunge. So how's your sleep? Most people need 7 to 8 hours a night. Some people, I swear my husband, he honestly can survive on like 6. I don't know how. And some people need more. More active you are. Down, over. 20 more seconds. Perfect. This is number 5. 5 looking great. Krista, yes. Alicia, Jen, you got at least 3. Yes, Nisi starting school. 2, 1. Okay, step touch. Go fill in your sleep. Mine, I've been honestly waking up. I have not been having the best of sleep. I've been waking up anxious and lots on my mind. So that's when maybe having a journal next to your bed too, if you find that monkey mind. All right, which is bringing us, we got 3 more. Okay, turn the toes out. We've got a plie set. Down and up. You know, what you ingest, I'll just go back to sleep one more time. What we ingest, right, what we're reading, watching, that kind of stuff has a detrimental effect on our health as well. So maybe laying off some of that media, social media is what you need. I don't know, you know. Okay, next one. We all got to eat, right? Every single one of us have that in common. Food. Now that's a tough one. Food, a lot of people have a very unhealthy relationship with food, built on years, decades of just, again, media, families, our culture. 2, 1. When it comes to food though, I like to also talk about, this is what I find for myself, so that's why I share. I could be like eating well and we're eating good food, but I'm here right now. In like such a cooking rut. It's like you're eating the same 3 or 4 things. You're not excited by food. It feels like a chore. That's important to recognize, because if that goes on too long, other side, then you start to let other things slip. So food is fuel. Food is fuel. If you look at it that way, as often as you can, you eat to nourish your body. Okay, right, left, right. Eat to nourish your body. That helps you make decisions, right? Jeannie, we were talking about when we talk to ourselves like athletes, then we're like, well, what I put in my body matters. And if you don't believe what you put in your body matters, how can it not? How can it not? What you eat is so important. And also, you're allowed to eat nachos and ice cream and stuff. You just don't need to live off of it. One nacho dinner doesn't need to come into a donut breakfast, and then you can change each meal. All right, both go up and down. So just check in. I'd say for me, we're eating well, but like I said, pretty much in a rut in the kitchen. Not a ton of excitement to be cooking right now, probably because it's summer too. Down and up. And probably because my kids eat 24/7. What is going on? Those kids home, huh? They just eat. 3, that's Tiffany. 2, 1, hold it here. Hold it here. The more honest with yourself you are, just bringing this awareness is huge. 2, 1, bring it up. Step touch or fill out your food pillar. We've got 2 more. Two more. And we actually have this exercise so you don't have to draw it as a media file. I will send it to everyone. You can even have it on your phone. Okay, the next one. Okay, we're gonna switch. Every 30 seconds, power knees. So take it to this right leg first. Left knee drives in and out. There we go. Beautiful. Nice, Andrea. All right, next pillar. This is one we all have control over. Don't put the control on this one on anybody else. You 100% own this pillar, and that is the attitude of gratitude, right? What lens are you looking at things through? Where's your mind? Which side are you looking at? The can do, the can't do, the positive, the negative. 3, 2, 1, other side. The other day we went, yesterday out to lunch, and there was like no parking spots kind of in front of the lunch place. And so Brian's like, just go around the building, go park over there. There's less cars, it's easier to get in and out. And at first I was like, I don't want to walk that far to go get lunch. It really wasn't that far. And then I said, guess what? You get to walk a few extra steps, get outside a little bit longer. Somebody else that needs a closer spot that maybe can't walk will then get a closer spot. So that's just a small example. Switch to the other side. Switch to the other side. A good one with kids when they're driving you nuts and loud and fighting and eating all your food. and fighting with each other and driving you nuts. They're so healthy that they can do that. That's pretty awesome, right? Your kids are so healthy that they can drive you bonkers. 3, 2, 1, other side. Let's go. So gratitude, something you always have control over. And this team is great at it because you are positive people. And it doesn't mean that life is easy or that you're lucky. It means that the way you approach things, and that helps all the other pillars, right? When you're eating well, sleeping, exercising, getting outside, it's a lot easier to be grateful. One more time. So that's what I always think about when I find myself negative and kind of like in a dump. It's usually because those other pillars are off. So if you can fix one pillar at any time, it is the gratitude. 3, 2, 1, last set, other side, 2. There we go, nice, Lizzie, getting it up. Come on, there you go, Sarah, I see lots of yellow, that is how willpower goes. 7, 6, nice, Mary, a little harder, come on, we can do more, yes, Diane, Krista. Oh, Lisa, you got the grandkids, I love it, good job, buddy. 2, nice, Jan. Okay, gratitude. Step touch. So those are your 7 pillars. And if you submit a picture of these after class, this exercise, I will mail you a magnet in the mail. These are cute. A lot of you have some. If you want an extra one, share it with a friend. We had these made. Thank you, Amanda AG. So those are your 7 pillars. I'm gonna add an 8th and very important one right now. It's not on the magnet though. All right. Perfect timing. Your 8th, okay, follow me. We're gonna flow here for the end. We're gonna squat, lunge, squat, lunge, curtsy, curtsy, side lunge, side lunge. So that's just it. Squat, lunge, and do whatever your body feels like. So the 8th pillar is one we're all partaking in right now. A very important one. Community. Remember last week when I read that quote, in fact, is it still in my phone? Keep going, team. Gotta find it. Okay, here it is right here. You can survive without a community, but you cannot thrive without one. I love Kylie. Yes, Amy, you're awesome. So think about your communities right now. And this is honest. Sometimes we retract. Sometimes when the going gets tough or we get in our own heads, we pull back from those that we need most or those that are there to lift us up. Or sometimes we join group things and then we just sit there and we observe, which is okay sometimes. But part of being a community is also giving. Speaking up, motivating others, uniting others. As VFitters, you're already in an echelon so high above so many out there right now. And I know you don't realize that because you're just putting in the work. That's who you are. But you are. You are lighthouses. Beyond makes me cheery to think about. Like, you guys don't give up. You don't stop putting in the work. You don't stop cheering each other on. Getting back up. So making sure your communities are strong and positive, because it can go the other way. I worked at a really negative place. The culture was terrible. That rubs off on you. You got to do things then to control that. One more time through. Some of you have that going on right now. So make sure the other communities that you have control of are very uplifting and positive. Woo, all right. Last one, fill it in. Community. I feel full to the brim right now with community. And it's okay, your wheel can be empty. Your wheel can be empty. Your wheel can be super uneven. And the point is, when you look at your wheel, if it's all empty, like it's all down here, it's still gonna spin. But it's gonna take a lot more effort because it's gotta spin so many more times. So just try, and then maybe you're gotta feel a few, look at my coloring, it's good as my drawing, a few air holes. And those are the areas you just want to try to get some fresh oxygen, some fresh life into. So, all right. I'm gonna post a picture in the Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, I'm gonna send an email to everyone in this class. If you report back, I'm saying this, you guys know how much I hate going to the post office, but I'll do it for you. There are 33 of us here, and I still have a lot of magnets that I would love to share. So all you have to do is turn in a picture of your wheel to me or share in the group, and I will get that out to you. Turn it forward. Oh. All right, Lindsay B. If you don't get Lindsay B very often, she's so fun. Maybe she'll even wear her new tutu. She's teaching sculpt and stretch. I will be back at 9:10 for box and blast. Nice, Christina. Yes. All right. Good class, everyone. And if you didn't do your wheel, hopefully you did it mentally. You could see chicken scratch gets the job done. I'll also send you guys the actual like pretty version. If you
Thanks, Trisha.
Bye, Kelly. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, bye, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Ann. Bye, Val.
Okay, let's go get ready for